You said it would be easy, but love was never that kind. You told me to believe in us through the stormy skies. But every promise broke apart like whispers wrapped in lies. I gave my heart, I gave my soul, but it wasn't enough. Now I'm standing here, learning how to love. Oh, you said forever, but forever walked away. And I'm finding the strength in the pieces I've remade. I'm stronger than before, I took some time to heal. Found the power deep inside to feel what's real. Though you tore me down, I'm standing tall once more. I'm stronger than I ever was before. The weight of love was heavy, I nearly lost myself. But now I'm building something new without your help. I see the light inside of me, it's brighter every day. Your shadow's gone, I found my way. Oh, the cracks in my heart, let the light shine through. And I'm piecing back the parts, building someone new. I'm stronger than before, took some time to heal. Found the power deep inside to feel what's real. Though you tore me down, I'm standing tall once more. I'm stronger than I ever was before. Oh, the cracks in my heart, let the light shine through. And I'm piecing back the parts, building someone new. Oh, I'm stronger than I'm rising, I'm free to explore. The woman I've become, stronger than before. Stronger than before, took some time to heal. Found the power deep inside to feel what's real. Though you tore me down, I'm standing tall once more. I'm stronger than I ever was before. Stronger than before. I'm shining, I'm rising. Stronger than before. Stronger than before. Stronger than before. Stronger than before.
All right, let's just get right into it. You've been told your whole life that if you're pretty enough, sexy enough, patient enough, or low maintenance enough, then a man will value you. I mean, how many times have we watched women dim their light, thinking if they just smiled more, gave more, or stayed quiet during conflict, they'd finally get the love they deserved. But here's the uncomfortable truth. Men don't respect you because you're beautiful. They respect you because you have boundaries. Respect doesn't live in your looks or your bedroom skills. It lives in your silence when you stop arguing. It lives in the way you say, I'm not doing this, and walk away. There's this lie that's been marketed to women for years, that if you mold yourself into the perfect woman, you'll finally be chosen and cherished. But real respect, it comes from your standards and the courage to enforce them. So let's clear it up once and for all. The only type of woman every man truly respects is the one who isn't afraid to lose him. Let's unpack why.
Yeah, and I just want to say, being the cool girl never got me anything but more confusion and less sleep. I used to think if I was chill enough, he'd magically wake up and realize I was the one. Spoiler, he didn't. And honestly, I was just teaching him how little he had to do to keep me around. That's not a flex. That's a warning sign.
It's interesting, isn't it? There's this cultural script that says, be agreeable, be flexible, don't rock the boat. But as we've discussed in previous episodes, clarity and consistency matter so much more than just being easy to be around. If you're always shrinking yourself, you're not being seen. You're being overlooked.
And I'll add, when you swallow your truth to protect someone else's ego, you're not protecting the relationship. You're just erasing yourself. That's not love, that's self-abandonment. And it never leads to the respect or commitment you're hoping for. Let's talk about testing because it's real. Most men test women early, and honestly, it's not always intentional. It's instinct. We're looking for signals. Do you value yourself, or are you just excited to be chosen? I call it the respect test in my counseling practice. I've seen it play out 100 different ways. A guy might push a little, see if you'll let something slide, or ignore a boundary just to see what happens. If there are no consequences, we don't feel the need to adjust. It's not about being cruel, it's just human nature, really.
That's so true, Jalen. And I think a lot of women don't even realise they're being tested. It's not always this calculated thing, but it's a pattern. If you brush off disrespect or choose silence just to keep the peace, men take note. Not always in a proud way, but it's noticed. The woman who holds her boundary, who backs it up without raising her voice, that's the one who forces a man to decide, level up or lose her.
I mean, I've literally had guys admit later, I just wanted to see if you'd actually walk. They're not even hiding it. And the wild part is, the minute you actually do walk, suddenly they're like, wait, where'd you go? It's not about playing games, it's about showing you mean what you say.
Exactly. And as we said last episode, if you have to keep explaining yourself, you're not being heard, you're being managed. Boundaries aren't about threats or ultimatums. They're about action. That's what makes a man pause. That's when respect is born, not because you demanded it, but because you made it non-negotiable.
Okay, so let's talk about walking away. Because honestly, that's the move that changed everything for me. I used to think if I just explained myself better or waited it out, he'd get it. But the loudest lesson I ever learned was in silence. The last straw moment for me? I just stopped arguing. I stopped texting. I stopped showing up. And that silence? It was the first time I felt my value come back to me. Not because he chased me, but because I finally chose myself.
That's powerful, Lacey. Walking away early, clean, and unapologetically is the most powerful move a woman can make. Not to prove a point, not to manipulate, but because it draws the clearest line. I will not shrink myself to earn you. And that kind of clarity, it shifts everything. It's not about being cold, it's about being clear.
And it's not just about leaving forever, right? Sometimes it's a few days of silence, sometimes it's a week. The point is, you remove your energy. You let your absence speak. That's what makes someone reflect, if they're capable of it.
And if they're not, that's your answer. You're not there to teach someone how to value you. You're there to show up for yourself first. That's the real power of walking away. So, if you want to be a woman who commands respect instead of chasing it, you need more than good intentions. You need a game plan. Boundaries don't enforce themselves. They need to be clear, consistent, and unapologetically backed by action. And that starts with knowing what crosses the line for you, not what your friends tolerate, not what social media says is normal. You. What are your non-negotiables? What are you done explaining?
Yeah, and I used to think boundaries were just these cute little Instagram quotes. But honestly, if you're not living them, they're just decorations. You gotta actually back them up. Otherwise, you're just giving people a script for how to ignore you.
It's about consistency, isn't it? If you only enforce your boundaries when you're angry or when you've hit your limit, it's already too late. It's the daily, small moments that matter. That's how you build self-respect, by showing up for yourself over and over.
And don't compare your boundaries to anyone else's. What you need to feel safe and respected is unique to you. That's what makes your boundaries powerful. They're yours. Let's get real about long-term relationships. If you want boundaries that actually protect your peace and not just decorate your Instagram captions, you need to treat them like a living system, not a one-time declaration. Your boundaries should evolve as you evolve. Who you were at 22 isn't who you'll be at 30. What you tolerated last year shouldn't be something you're still wrestling with today. And if it is, that's a red flag, not just about the people around you, but about how often you're checking in with yourself.
I love that, Jalen, because honestly, I've seen women stay in relationships way past their expiration date just because they're afraid to update their standards. Growth isn't passive, it's intentional. And if you're not checking in with yourself, you're just repeating the same story with a different face.
And sometimes maintaining boundaries means having uncomfortable conversations. It's not always about walking away. It's about being honest when something isn't working. That's how you keep a relationship healthy, not just comfortable.
Yeah, and don't be afraid to outgrow people. If your boundaries are getting tighter, that's a sign you're leveling up, not being difficult.
Most people focus on enforcing boundaries when things go wrong, but the real power is in what you do when things go right. When your partner honors your boundaries, when he listens without defensiveness, when he adjusts his behavior without pushing back, when he respects your time, space, or emotional needs, you need to acknowledge it. Not in a performative way, not to stroke his ego, but to reinforce what healthy looks like.
Absolutely. Positive reinforcement matters. If you only ever point out what's wrong, you're missing the chance to build on what's right. When someone steps up, let them know you see it. That's how you create a culture of respect, not just a checklist of rules.
And honestly, it feels good to be seen for what you're doing right, not just what you're messing up. That goes both ways. If you want respect, give it when it's earned.
Exactly. Healthy relationships aren't just about calling out the bad. They're about celebrating the good too. That's how you reinforce what you want more of. If you want to protect your peace, stop thinking of boundaries as something you only deal with when someone crosses the line. Boundaries are daily, internal, intentional. They start with how you speak to yourself long before anyone else gets a chance to test you. If you're not respecting your own limits, no one else will.
That's such a good point. It's easy to focus on what others are doing, but the real work starts with you. How do you talk to yourself? Are you honoring your own needs, or are you constantly pushing yourself past your limits just to keep the peace?
Yeah, if you're not your own hype woman, who will be? You gotta set the tone for how you want to be treated. That's not selfish, that's survival.
And remember, boundaries aren't about keeping people out. They're about keeping yourself safe. That's the foundation of lasting respect, both from others and from yourself. Empowering your boundaries means shifting from survival mode to self-respect. It means no longer setting boundaries out of fear of being hurt, abandoned, used, but setting them because you finally know your worth and you're done negotiating it. That's when everything changes. You're not just reacting, you're leading.
And that's the difference between desperation and discernment. Desperation is a weak negotiator. It doesn't speak from power, it speaks from fear. And fear never secures you love, it only buys you temporary company at best. When you know your worth, you stop settling for crumbs. You start evaluating love, not chasing it.
Honestly, the second I stopped being afraid to lose someone, I started attracting way better energy. You can't attract what you're desperate to keep. You only attract what you believe you deserve.
And that's the fairy tale, isn't it? It doesn't start with fantasy. It starts with reality. You can't expect someone to respect you more than you respect yourself.
All right, let's get into the real stuff. Pushback. Because the minute you start asserting your boundaries, you're going to get resistance. Guilt tripping, passive aggressiveness, dismissiveness, you name it. The key is to respond calmly and confidently. You don't have to escalate. Sometimes a simple, "that doesn't work for me" is enough. Or, "I hear you, but my answer's still no."
And practice resilience by reflecting on past experiences where you stood your ground. Remember those moments. They're proof you can do it again. The more you reinforce your boundaries, the easier it gets to stand firm next time.
We actually got a scenario from Jasmine in Atlanta. Hey girl. She wrote in about feeling guilty for saying no to a guy who kept pushing her limits. Jasmine, you did the right thing. Guilt is just a sign you're breaking an old pattern. Keep going.
And if you're listening and you've faced pushback, remember, you're not alone. Every time you hold your boundary, you're building a muscle. It gets stronger with use. If you want a relationship that's actually healthy, not just comfortable, you have to stop hiding your boundaries and start living by them. Out loud. That means using your standards as the foundation, not the fallback. Don't wait until a line is crossed to explain your needs. Be proactive, be honest, be direct.
And that's how you create growth, not just maintenance. If you're always waiting for a crisis to set a boundary, you're just managing chaos. But if you're upfront about what you need, you're building something real. That's how you move from survival mode to thriving.
And don't be afraid to revisit your boundaries as you grow. Relationships evolve, so should your standards. That's not being difficult, that's being intentional.
Yeah, and don't wait for someone to mess up to say what you need. Say it now. That's how you set the tone for the whole relationship.
All right, let's hit our Q&A. We get this one all the time. What is the one type of woman every man respects? I'll say it straight. A woman who's not afraid to walk away when she's not being treated right. That's power. That's leverage. That's the woman who wins every time.
Couldn't agree more. It's not about being cold or punishing. It's about drawing a line, early, clearly, and without apology. If you're willing to leave the room, you're showing you value yourself above all else.
And honestly, that's the only rule you need. If you're not afraid to lose him, you'll never lose yourself.
That's the woman a man remembers. That's the woman who inspires change. Not the one who tolerated everything, but the one who wouldn't.
All right, before we wrap, we want to hear from you. When it comes to relationships, which trait do you believe makes a man truly respect a woman? Is it confidence, honesty, boundaries, or something else? Hit us up on our poll. Let's get real about what actually moves the needle.
We'll share the results in our next episode, so don't forget to vote. Your voice matters, and we love hearing your take on these topics.
And if you've got a story or a question, send it in. We're here for the real talk, not just the highlight reel.
That's it for today's episode. You heard it straight, unfiltered, unapologetic, and rooted in truth. Whether you're learning to walk away, reclaim your power, or finally stop settling for half love, know this. It starts with you. No man will give you the respect you haven't demanded from yourself first. From all of us, Eric, Lacey, Jalen, and me, Erica, thank you for showing up for the hard conversations. We'll be back with more raw truths, real talk, and the kind of insight that doesn't just sound good. It changes the way you move. Until next time, stand firm, love smart, and never forget, the moment you choose yourself, the game changes. Bye, everyone.
Take care, everyone. See you next time.
Bye, babes. Don't forget to vote.
Peace and love, y'all. Keep choosing you.
Close your eyes, baby. Step into my world tonight. In the still of the night, I feel you near. Your heart beats the rhythm, pulling me here. Every touch, every whisper, it's like a dream. But is it real, or just what it seems? I can take you where the stars collide, through the shadows where our secrets hide. Let your fears go, baby, don't resist. Come closer and taste this midnight bliss. You're my midnight fantasy, my sweetest escape in this dream. You're all catches a flame.